You are standing in a crowded elevator, or maybe waiting for your coffee. Someone turns to you with that familiar, polite smile and asks, "Working hard or hardly working?" For most people, this is harmless, a social lubricant, a way to acknowledge another human being without much effort. But for you, it feels like a physical weight. You feel your soul begin to leave your body as you scramble to find a socially acceptable response to a question that contains zero substance. To understand the psychology of people who hate small talk, we have to stop assuming they are antisocial, arrogant, or socially awkward. In reality, these individuals are often the most attentive people in the room, living in a world that rarely asks for true attention. They don't mind deep conversations. They don't avoid people. What they hate is empty calorie conversation, the kind that avoids depth, avoids vulnerability, avoids friction. Put them in a room where the conversation is about the weather, weekend plans, or polite surface questions, and something inside them simply shuts down. They smile, they nod, but mentally they are already elsewhere. The primary reason for this reaction is biological. It is rooted in what neuroscientists call a high need for cognition. For these individuals, the brain is literally wired to reject the shallow and crave complexity. When a conversation stays on the surface, their brain doesn't just feel bored, it feels starved. Studies show that people with this trait receive significantly less dopamine from surface-level interactions. While others are energized by the ping-pong of casual chatter, the deep-thinking brain hears nothing but silence. This is not impatience, it is misalignment. They listen for patterns, for intention, for subtext, instinctively asking questions like, "Why is this being said? Where is this conversation going?" Small talk provides no satisfying answer, so the mind disengages. For them, conversation is not background noise. It is a cognitive and emotional investment. When the exchange has no direction, no meaning, no signal of depth, the brain struggles to stay engaged. Another overlooked factor is cognitive load. For many who dislike small talk, these interactions are not casual. They are performance. While you are breezing through the conversation, they are playing mental chess, monitoring facial expressions, adjusting tone, wondering if they smiled too much or said something strange. You are expected to sound interested even when you are not. For people who value authenticity, this feels deeply uncomfortable, not morally dishonest, but internally inconsistent. They don't want to pretend curiosity, they want to feel it. This is why, when the topic shifts to ideas or personal experiences, they suddenly come alive. They become articulate, engaged, present. Nothing changed about their social ability. Only the depth of the exchange changed. There is also a sensory component. Small talk environments are often noisy, crowded, and fast. Multiple voices, overlapping conversations, constant micro-adjustments in attention. For introspective minds, this creates sensory overload. Their energy drains not because they dislike people, but because their nervous system is working overtime to filter noise. In these moments, silence is not awkward. It is relief. Many of these individuals experience time internally, not socially. 10 minutes of shallow conversation can feel longer than an hour of meaningful discussion. They are not avoiding connection. They are avoiding inefficient connection. Many people who hate small talk grew up having to be emotionally observant, reading moods, unspoken tension, subtle shifts in behavior. As a result, they became attuned to what matters beneath the surface. Polite chatter feels disconnected from that reality. It feels like talking around something instead of talking about something. This does not mean they expect depth all the time. It means their threshold for engagement is different. They thrive in environments where conversation has purpose. workshops, creative collaboration, one-on-one discussions. Give them context, and they open up. Remove context, and they retreat. This is not avoidance, it is discernment. Ironically, people who hate small talk are often excellent listeners. They just don't listen to everything. They wait for signals, sincerity, curiosity, emotional presence. When those signals appear, they engage fully. When they don't, withdrawal is not rejection. It is conservation. They are not confused by social rules. They are fatigued by them, especially when those rules reward politeness over honesty. They are often deeply relational people who simply prefer fewer connections with greater depth. They don't want many conversations. They want real ones. So if you hate small talk, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not antisocial. You are not difficult. You simply experience connection differently. You are not rejecting people. You are rejecting emptiness. And when something real finally appears, you are often the most present person in the room. So, which one are you? Do you find yourself retreating into silence during surface-level chat? Or do you enjoy the light-hearted social lubricant of the surface? There is no wrong answer, but understanding your own nervous system is the first step toward building more authentic connections. If this deep dive made you feel seen, or if it helped you understand someone in your life a little better, please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm share this message with others who might feel broken just for being different. If you want to explore more about the hidden psychology that explains why we do what we do, hit subscribe and join our community of thinkers. And before you go, I want to hear from you in the comments. What is the one small talk question you find most exhausting, and what would you rather talk about instead? Let's start a real conversation down below. Thank you for watching, and remember, you aren't cold, you're just done with the shallow. I'll see you in the next one.